Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're digging into a huge problem that almost every manager faces, and we're going to use this classic metaphor from the Harvard Business Review to do it. It all boils down to one question. Who's got the monkey? All right, so let's just jump right in with the big question from the article. I mean, if you're a manager, this probably sounds way too familiar, right? You're drowning, working late, and it feels like your team is just waiting around for you. So, what is actually going on here? Okay, to really get this, we have to meet the main character of this whole problem. It's all about that one question. Who's actually got the monkey? Okay, so what is a monkey? Well, here's the key thing. It's not the problem itself. Nope, the monkey is simply the next move. It's the responsibility for what happens next. And trust me, whoever is holding that monkey, they're the one doing the work. And this is the exact moment it all goes wrong. Your employee comes to you with a problem, and you say something that sounds totally helpful, something like this. You think you're being a good boss, but boom, with just a few simple words, that monkey has officially jumped from their back right onto yours. And just like that, the whole dynamic flips. I mean, seriously, the moment you say, "Let me think about it," you've accepted responsibility. You've promised a progress report. Suddenly, you are now working for them. And you know what's crazy? They'll actually start supervising you. They'll pop by later and ask, "Hey, how's that thing coming along?" So, one little monkey might not seem like a big deal, right? Wrong. They multiply like crazy. Let's see how this single, seemingly harmless habit spirals into a complete disaster. Just think about it. Let's say you have 4 people on your team. Each of them hands you just 3 little monkeys a day. By Friday afternoon, you are buried under 60 of them, 60 screaming monkeys all demanding your attention. It's absolute chaos. And you want to know the worst part, the real kicker? While you're in your office literally drowning in their monkeys, what do they see? They're just standing around, getting frustrated, thinking you're a bottleneck. They have no idea you're buried under the work they gave you. They just see a boss who can't seem to make a simple decision. And this is how that vicious circle gets going. See, you accept the monkeys. That means all this subordinate-imposed time just balloons, right? And your own discretionary time, the time you actually need to do your job, it just vanishes. Pretty soon, you've got no time for your own boss's tasks. You've become the bottleneck for everyone. And your team? Well, they've learned not to take any initiative. I mean, why would they? It's so much easier to just give the monkey to you. Okay, so after a disastrous week, our manager in the story hits rock bottom. But over the weekend, something clicks. They have this big epiphany, and on Monday morning, they walk back into the office with a brand new game plan. It's time to start giving those monkeys back. This becomes the new rule of the land. It's a total game changer. The manager lays it out crystal clear. Look, I am here to help you. I'm here to coach you. But at no point will your problem ever become my problem. Because the second it does, you don't have a problem anymore, and I can't actually help you solve it. The new policy is just beautifully simple. Whatever problem comes into your office, it has to leave on the exact same back it came in on, period. The ownership of that monkey never, ever transfers to you. But you know, just saying this stuff isn't enough to make it stick, right? You need a real system. So the manager introduces 2 really clear frameworks for how to handle every single monkey from here on out. First up, they create what they call the 5 degrees of initiative. Basically, it's a ladder of autonomy. And the new rule is simple. Levels 1 and 2, just waiting to be told what to do or asking what to do, they're completely off the table now. The bare minimum is level 3. Come to me with a recommendation, not just a problem. And second, they lay down 5 non-negotiable rules for what they call the care and feeding of monkeys. Rule 1, every problem either gets solved, that's fed, or it gets dropped, shot. No more lingering problems. You keep the population small. You only deal with them by appointment. No more drive-by monkey dumping in the hallway. You do it face-to-face so there are no misunderstandings. And, critically, every single monkey leaves with a next feeding time. That's the follow-up appointment, which of course the subordinate owns. Now, this is where it gets really interesting. The original article was written back in the 70s, but decades later, the great Stephen R. Covey came along and added this whole new psychological layer to the idea, taking it way beyond just time management. He started talking about the gorillas. So Covey basically said, look, Oncken's idea of giving the problem back was brilliant for its time, but it's a bit dictatorial. Modern leadership isn't just about tactical fixes, it's about partnership,
trust, and empowerment. And here's the big insight. Covey recognized that a lot of the time, managers don't actually want to give the monkeys back. They hold on to them for a reason.
And that brings up this really fascinating, kind of uncomfortable question, right? Why would any manager who's already completely swamped secretly want to take on their team's monkeys? It sounds crazy, but there's a deep psychological reason for it. Covey's explanation for this is something he called the scarcity mentality. It's this deep-seated belief that there's only so much credit or success to go around. It's the fear that if your team gets too good, too independent, then maybe you're not as important anymore. You hold on to the monkeys because, in a weird way, being the problem solver makes you feel needed and valuable.
And this really gets to the heart of why all of this matters so much. Because managing your monkeys isn't just about getting your time back. It's about freeing yourself up to finally focus on the gorillas. The huge, important, game-changing projects that actually define your job. Because let's be honest, you can't go hunting for gorillas when you're busy fending off a bunch of tiny monkeys.
So as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with a direct challenge. Take a good, hard look at your to-do list, right now. Find the monkeys, all those tasks where the next move actually belongs to someone else. And then just ask yourself one simple question. Which one are you going to give back first?